The Vision is seriously in a lot of trouble right now, to the point where I legitimately feel like there might not even be a faction there anymore. When WWE first introduced the Vision group into the mix, a lot of people were very, very excited because they could see the potential in the route that they were possibly gonna go down. People making comparisons between the Vision and what Evolution was. You had Seth Rollins, who was kind of in the Triple H role. You had Braun Breaker, who everybody thought was in the Batista role, ended up being more of the Randy Orton role. And then you had Bronson Reed, who then took over the big bad scary dude of the faction, which was Batista. And then you had Paul Heyman in kind of the Ric Flair role, where he was just kind of the brains behind the entire thing. This group had all the potential, all the tools to succeed and to make something truly special and legendary. However, injuries are a brutal thing. Now, if you take a look at the Vision compared to what it once was when they first started, Seth Rollins is injured, Braun Breaker is injured, and Bronson Reed is injured, leaving Paul Heyman, Austin Theory, and Logan Paul. So a pretty night and day difference compared to what was and to what is now. So in this video, we are going to be talking all about the Vision and what lies ahead for them as they try to navigate through all of this just bad luck with injuries. Real quickly, before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is all we post is WWE related content. So if you're a WWE fan, again, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. So when I take a look at the Vision right now as it currently sits, Paul Heyman, Logan Paul, Austin Theory. Not necessarily the strongest foundation to try to rebuild off of. Now here's the thing with the Bronson Reed injury. I don't think it's survivable this time. When Seth Rollins initially got injured, it sucked, but the plan B was Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed gets the rocket strapped to his back, starts getting that push, and we're starting to see some exciting things out of Braun. Then he gets injured. So, what's the plan C in this scenario? That would be Bronson Reed. And I talked about it in a recent video where I was talking all about the Braun Breaker injury and how this was going to affect the Vision. And I said that it could be Bronson Reed's opportunity to step up to the plate and either hit a home run or hit a ground ball and a out at first. And unfortunately, we won't really know right away, at the very least, what that would look like because unfortunately Bronson Reed got hurt at the worst possible time. Obviously, there's never a good time for an injury, but for Bronson Reed, a guy who missed last WrestleMania, is going to miss this WrestleMania, and you know that they had something big planned for him because, again, he was the plan C. He was the guy that was going to be leading this new looked Vision into WrestleMania. He was going to be leading the charge in the whole Masked Man storyline that now, unfortunately, we'll probably never get. And if the rumors about him supposedly winning that match on Monday Night Raw to qualify for Elimination Chamber and be in the Elimination Chamber match were true, that just speaks to where WWE was going to go with Bronson. So you had one of the bigger storylines going for WWE heading into WrestleMania kind of in a weird spot right now. I have a hard time believing that they're going to carry out the Masked Man storyline, considering, again, the only remaining members of the Vision are Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Not necessarily the most star power, impactful names like a Seth Rollins, like a Braun Breaker, and heck, even like a Bronson Reed. So what lies ahead for the Vision now? Do I think that this new injury is truly survivable? In my opinion, unless they throw a really nasty curveball, I don't know if it is. It feels like every time this group started building momentum, started building a good story, an injury occurs and everything just gets thrown off the rails. The Vision might legitimately go down as one of, if not the most cursed factions in WWE history. Again, there's never a good time for an injury, but when you take a look at the injuries that have occurred in the Vision, they've come at legitimately the worst time. But when it came to those injuries, again, they already had a plan B and a plan C. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed being that plan B and C. Again, I don't necessarily see Logan Paul and Austin Theory being a plan B, C, D, E. I don't know. So there is a legit possibility that the Vision just might be done. Like, legitimately just be done existing and kind of seeing Logan Paul and Austin Theory kind of going on their merry ways. Again, the only way that I see this faction staying afloat is if they throw a curveball and they bring in someone new that has the star power and the impact with the likes of Seth Rollins, with the likes of Braun Breaker, and with the likes of possibly Bronson Reed. Unfortunately, we'll never know that answer. Now, who that big name could be, I have no idea. I mean, you could go up and down the WWE roster and pick a handful of guys that simply just aren't doing a thing right now with the WWE and maybe trying it with them. Again, at that point, you kind of throw out the whole masked man theory because it only really worked with the original members of the Vision. That story just is not going to work with it being just Logan Paul and Austin Theory now. It's just not going to. Now, when I was prepping for this video, I had an idea pop into my head, and it's an idea that I don't want to see happen, and quite frankly, I'm kind of nervous if it does actually happen. That idea was, what if Brock Lesnar ends up taking control of the group? I know. It is a terrifying and a bad thought and idea, but the more I thought about it, the more I started to see why WWE might legitimately go down this route. Obviously, you have Paul Heyman in the group already. We've seen Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar the last handful of times Brock Lesnar has been on TV. Obviously, we just saw Paul Heyman announce the Brock Lesnar Open Challenge as we head into WrestleMania. So right there, you have your big name, you have your star power, you have your monster kind of all in one, and you have the Paul Heyman connection right there. Now, does it necessarily fit for Logan Paul and Austin Theory? Absolutely not. However, let's not forget the history that is there between Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. Again, this is an idea and a theory that I just randomly came up on the spot with. I don't want to see it happen. I can't stress that enough. I do not want to see this happen. But I could legitimately see WWE trying it. WWE is in a weird, funky little place right now, with ticket sales not being the highest for both Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania, with them trying to entice people into going to Elimination Chamber with the whole mystery crate box thing. I feel like WWE, TKO, whoever you want to say, is in a bit of a panic mode right now. So, who knows what we could be getting. Either the Vision goes away completely, or they try to salvage whatever is left with Brock Lesnar. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below in the comments section what is next for the Vision. Do you think they are going to completely just abandon the idea of the Vision, or do you think we could see someone new jump in and take control of the group? And also let me know what you think about my idea about Brock Lesnar possibly joining the Vision and taking control of that group. Again, it's an idea that I don't want to happen. It's an idea that I do not want to happen, but I could legitimately see it. So as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. And while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in the description for a reason. That is because it will take you to all of the social media platforms for this channel, and I do strongly suggest going and checking out our X page. Besides YouTube, I am most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. Now I will say, there may or may not be updates for Elimination Chamber coming up this Saturday night, but I will let everybody know over on X whether there will or there won't be updates. And we are also over on Instagram and TikTok. Over there, you can expect clips from these videos, and it's just another place for me to post when I do upload a video on here to YouTube. So if you enjoy these videos and you're looking for some extra content, again, Linktree link in the description. It'll take you to wherever you want to go. So with all that said and done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Again, both are free. Both really help out the channel a lot. And of course, if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here, because it genuinely, genuinely does mean the world to me. And as always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.